Hey guys, it's M, and today we're going to be doing another This to the North Star What If video. I originally never intended to do another video like this, but due to a honestly unexpected amount of demand and the random increase of views that videos received, I think it's only fair to give the people what they want and make another one. But this time, we're going to be talking about the South Star of Mariardi, Shin. If you're unfamiliar with the structure this video is going to have, it'll be extremely similar to the What If Jagi Was a Good Guy video I've made prior. We're gonna simply go through each of the arcs and see what would have happened if Shin lived a little bit longer and if he was actually a good guy. Things unfold the same at the start, with Jagi convincing Shin to kill Ken and take Yuria. Shin still beats up Ken and takes her, but when the Nanto chariots come and tell Shin of Raoh's approach, Shin agrees to not tell anyone about them, but this time, he doesn't say he will pretend that he killed her, he simply says he'll do anything in Yuria's best interest. Shin reluctantly realizes there's only one other person who would fight with their life for Yuria, so he tells his men to cause chaos to draw up Kenshiro, as he knows he cares to save innocent people. When Kenshiro eventually runs into a small group of Shin's army and defeats them, Joker appears and tells Kenshiro Shin wants to see him immediately. Ken nods but tells Joker not to do anything funny as he won't hesitate to kill him. Kenshiro gets brought to Shin directly, and instead of Shin putting up a front of killing Yuria, Shin tells Ken Yuria has been moved in fear of a great threat by his men. Ken yells at Shin to tell him where Yuria is, but Shin laughs, taunting Kenshiro, saying he couldn't defeat who's after her regardless, as he's too weak to even beat him. The fight would then go the same as it does in the anime, with Ken becoming enraged and defeating Shin. When Shin loses, he admits to Ken he doesn't actually know where Yuria was taken to, and his forces weren't the ones who moved her, but she's definitely in grave danger, and even though Ken's grown stronger, he's still no match for whoever's after her. While Ken's about to simply leave Shin on the ground, Shin yells at Ken and demands he comes with him. While still not liking Shin's cruel methods, Ken sees his intensity and allows him to come along, as he's Ken's only real hope of finding her at the moment. The Golan arc goes the same, but after they defeat the sergeant and they're heading back, Ken gets curious and begins asking Shin who exactly is Yuria being protected from and who has her at the moment. Shin deflects the question, saying it doesn't matter regardless, as he said earlier, Ken's still far too weak to affect anything. Ken tries to push the answers out of Shin, but he simply just ignores Ken. Ken gets aggravated and threatens Shin, asking how he can even trust any of his words after what he's done. Shin says he wouldn't have given up Yuria for anything, and that he wouldn't lie about something like this. Ken reluctantly backs off of Shin, acknowledging that what he's saying is definitely true. The Jackal arc goes the exact same, except when Ken defeats Devil's Rebirth, Shin is absolutely amazed by Ken's sheer strength. While knowing it's not enough to defeat Raoh, he still acknowledges Ken's far stronger than when he originally defeated him. On their travels, they hear of a woman who looks like Yuria that's been spotted in the town nearby. Upon reaching, they both run into Mamaya, who seems to stun the both of them. Shin instantly grabs her shoulders, asking if she's safe now and how'd she even end up here. She says they have her confused for someone else and that her name's Mamaya. While Ken and Shin are still both confused, Ray appears. Shin vaguely knows of Ray, but before he can ask him anything, Ray begins threatening Ken about Ari. And as normal, before their fight can break out, the Fang Clan comes in, where they're all defeated by Ray, Shin, and Ken. While defeating them, one of them mentions how they have Ari. As Ray and Mamaya prepare to go, Shin pulls Ken to the side and asks if they should really waste their time helping a stranger when they can go back to searching for Yuria. Ken says unlike Shin, he and Yuria wouldn't just let innocent people suffer, leaving Shin who's simply angered by Kenshiro. Ken and Ray begin fighting the Fang Clan, and as normal, the Fang Clan gets a hold of Mamaya. But, as Boss Fang is holding Mamaya and Ari, arrows begin to hit Boss Fang and he drops the both of them while Ken and Ray catch them. The Fang Clan turns to see King's army along with Heart, Spade, and the rest of his named forces. Fang's army begins fighting Shin's army while Ken and Ray go in to kill Boss Fang. They both manage to kill Boss Fang along with the rest of the Fang Clan easily due to Shin's forces. Afterwards, they begin traveling, and as normal, they run into Jagi's gang and they find out Jagi's been causing suffering, claiming to be Ken. Ken warns the others to stay back as he does in the anime, but Shin insists on coming with him. In the middle of their ride, Shin tells Ken Jagi was the one who originally instigated him taking Yuria. Ken's shocked by the information but remains quiet through the rest of the ride. They reach the building Jagi's holed up in, and while Jagi's looking down at Ken, he's shocked to see the Shin standing right next to him. Jagi instantly begins cursing at Shin and talking about how neither of them could protect Yuria as they're both weaklings. Shin gets enraged, but Ken tells Shin to stay back and let him handle it. Jagi tells his boys to attack Shin but let Kenshiro come up to the roof. Shin defeats them, and as in the anime, Ken easily defeats Jagi. Jagi then mentions his brothers will make Ken's life a living hell as he does in the anime, and Ken's interested in finding Toki. Ken tells the group that Jagi mentioned his brothers are still alive. Shin would sit angered in the corner before Ken mentions he wants to find Toki. When night falls, Shin pulls Ken to the side and lets him know he knows where Toki is. Ken gets annoyed, wondering just how many things Shin knows but isn't telling him. Shin would angrily respond, saying they may have found Yuria already if they weren't wasting time helping Ray and Mamaya against some thugs. Shin then says he'll tell Ken where Toki is if he can defeat him. Ken then cracks his knuckles and motions for Shin to come and attack him. Their fight would be relatively similar to the first fight they had, but Shin does slightly better, actually managing to get a few good cuts on Kenshiro before going down. After his defeat, Shin mentions Toki was captured and taken to Cassandra. He also warns Ken that Cassandra's owned by Ken-O, or as he would know him better as, Raoh. Ken asks Shin why Raoh would have captured Toki, but Shin simply says he doesn't know. They head off to Cassandra, with Shin bringing along some of his guards. When they reach the gate and come across Raiga and Fuga, Shin immediately attacks them before Ken, Mamaya, or Ray can even interject. They're shocked by Shin's ruthlessness, and along with his guards, they manage to defeat and kill both Raiga and Fuga. They then bust open the door and begin killing Cassandra guards. Ken yells at Shin for his approach, but he tells Ken to shut up and just look for his brother. Ken appears irritated but goes to run into the prison. Before Ken can get inside though, Oigar jumps down from above and stands menacingly in front of Kenshiro. As Ken prepares to fight, Shin jumps in front of Ken and asks Oigar if he's the warden of Cassandra. He would laugh and say yes. Shin would then begin laughing over Oigar and threaten to kill him, fighting him in Ken's place while Ken rushes inside to save Toki. Shin lands many cuts and gashes while Oigar can't even land his shoulder charge on Shin because he simply keeps dodging it. When he gets his whips out, Shin simply cuts them up and then kills him shortly afterwards. As Ken and his group are heading back, Toki warns him of even trusting Shin. Ken knows Shin isn't very trustworthy, but he has been helping them even though he doesn't believe in his methods at all. When we reach the campfire scene and everyone's away looking at the stars, Ken pulls Shin aside and tells him that his methods are far too brutal. Shin tells Ken he would have done the same in his position. Ken says he doesn't care what happens, that doesn't justify his cruelty. Shin ignores Ken, but Ken warns Shin if he goes too far and ends up hurting innocent people, he'll personally put him down. Shin's angered by Ken, but simply holds his tongue knowing that he needs Kenshiro's help. Afterwards, Raoh would arrive as normal and Ray would get his pressure point hit. Ken and Shin would arrive at the same time and almost instantly Shin attacks Raoh. Shin tries to use the same kick he used on Kenshiro, but Raoh catches his leg and then easily beats Shin near unconscious, easily defeating Shin without even getting off of his horse. Raoh then notes he's surprised no one's killed him yet for how actually weak he is. While Shin lays on the ground and Koko is about to step on him, Toki steps in and begins fighting Raoh as normal. As Shin lays on the ground, he tells Ken the reason Yuria was taken from them was because of Raoh. Raoh's surprised someone knew he was after Yuria. Ken instantly asks Toki to back off and let him fight Raoh, and it ends like it does in the anime with both of them coming to a draw. As Raoh's leaving and the team's looking over the unconscious Shin and Ray, Toki notes how he hit Ray's pressure points but didn't hit Shin's. Toki asks Raoh why, and Raoh says Shin's not even a threat, so he's not even worth the effort. When Shin comes to and gets his bearings, he mentions he and his army will meet Kenshiro again when the time is right, and he leaves our main group for now. This means the Yuta, Salder, Ryuga, Raoh, and Toki fight arcs all go the same, with Shin having little to no interference. While all these arcs were happening, Shin was sending out his men to scout on Raoh from a distance, and when Raoh begins killing the Danto chariots, Shin locates Yuria and manages to beat Raoh's forces there. Then he makes all of his men defend the tower she's in with their lives. While Shin's forces momentarily hold off Raoh's army, Raoh personally ends up running into and fighting Heart, Spade, and the rest of Shin's named forces and easily kills all of them. Raoh eventually reaches the top, but instead of just Rihaku being there, Shin's there as well, prepared to fight Raoh to the death. Shin would threaten Raoh, but Raoh would blankly respond saying he doesn't know how someone like Shin survived as long as he has. He then tells Shin his want of power is not as strong as his own goal of conquering the heavens, and if Shin believes the strong should take from the weak, he should have no problem with him taking Yuria. They then fight and Shin puts up almost no resistance against Raoh's full power. Though as they're fighting, he accidentally bought enough time for Kenshiro to reach Rihaku before Raoh started beating the both of them down. As both Rihaku and Shin looked surprised over to Ken, Raoh hits Shin's pressure point, the same pressure point he hit on Ray. Ken's surprised to see Shin and shouts his name while he stumbles back from Raoh hitting his pressure point. Raoh tells Shin he was destined to die with the second he took Yuria, either from Ken's hands or his own. Ken says nothing and they begin their fight as normal. When Ken enters Muso Tensei, both Raoh and Shin are surprised by the full strength of Kenshiro. Shin would then manage to slip out of the tower as it falls apart, as Rihaku picks him up and takes him as he leaves, taking Shin to a safe place before his army picks him up, while Rihaku heads back with Yuria. After Ken and Raoh finish fighting and the next arcs would begin to play out, Shin would provide more of a background role, providing information about Raoh to Kenshiro through his minions. He stops trying to fight Raoh entirely as he notices the stars of Hukto are simply way stronger than he is, and he rethinks his whole might makes right mentality. Things would end up going the same, with Raoh and Kenshiro getting into their final fight in Muso Tensei. Shin appears to watch their fight from a safe distance, noting just how far Kenshiro's come from the start of his journey. Raoh loses his normal and Kenshiro begins to walk away with Yuria. Before they leave, Shin approaches them somewhat hobbled. Ken's shocked to see him as he has white hair similar to Ray when he started dying. Shin then congratulates Kenshiro on his victory and apologizes for all the pain he put him and Yuria through. Ken tells Shin a lot more lives may have been lost and he might not have even been able to save Yuria without him. Shin would laugh and then insult Kenshiro for somehow still being entirely too kind to him after all he put him through. He then says his final farewells and tells them both to live happy lives as they go their separate ways. When Shin reaches his castle, he would then die due to Raoh hitting his pressure points earlier, with the remains of his army joining the eventual Hokuto army. So yeah, that's what would have happened if Shin survived. It was definitely a lot more work than the Jagi one was, but here it is. To be honest, it's funny in a scrap video I said I'd never talk about Shin as I found him to be a boring character, but he actually turned out to be pretty interesting to write for. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. I'm trying to hit 350 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you like this, think about subscribing, and I guess I'll see you guys next time.